In this video, we're going to go through and download and install the Android developer tools for a computer running Microsoft Windows. If you're a Mac user running OS X, refer to the separate section in this course where I've got a series of videos that are exclusively for you. So at this point, I'm going to assume you're running Windows. So let's get on now and set up ADT for Windows. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to open a browser and go to Google. I'm going to do a search for Android Developer Tools Download. And click on the link, the first developer.android.com link that comes up. Scroll down a little bit, we're in the right place. Click on Download Eclipse ADT. Now you notice here when we go to click on the terms and conditions, it's also asking is which operating system, 32-bit or 64-bit. If you haven't seen it already, refer to the previous video where I showed you how to find out what version of the operating system you're running on your particular Windows computer. I determined that I was running 64-bit, so I'm going to click on that and click on Download Eclipse ADT. So that's going to download it to my computer. Then once it's downloaded, we need to unzip that file and sort of put it somewhere. Now what I suggest you do is find a location on your computer to put all your files, the Android files, the Android developer tool files, but also the projects. Because this course we go through and we create quite a few different apps. So you want someone that you basically won't get these things lost. So I'm going to put it, as I said, on my desktop, but you'll probably want to put it somewhere a little bit smarter or a better location than that. Okay, I can see that it's finished downloading, so I'm going to click here and go to the download location. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to my desktop. And I'm going to paste. Now what I'm going to do is just extract it. Now I don't need to create a subfolder. I'm going to actually just delete that and extract it just to my desktop because it will still create a subdirectory anyway. I'll click on extract. Now that will take a while to chug through and process because there's quite a few files in that zip file because the Android development tools are actually quite quite large. So we'll give that a bit of time to finish and then we'll continue. Okay, so I might pause this video for a little bit and come back when it's closer to being complete. Okay, you can see we're getting close now to the end. So we'll just let this finish and then we'll go into that folder. And as I mentioned, you may want to create another folder, perhaps in your documents folder or somewhere for these files, somewhere that you'll know that where these files are, so you don't sort of lose them. In my case, as I mentioned, I'm putting them to the desktop. Okay, we're done as you can see. So I'm going to delete the zip file now and leave the folder there. And we're finished with the zip file for now. Now I'm going to actually, again, you can see my path. Users Timbercharker desktop, that's where I'm running it. I'm going to double click into the ADP, Android Developer Tool Bundle Windows folder. And I'm going to double click into the Eclipse folder. And then I'm going to double click the Eclipse application just to test that it starts up okay. You will get this warning depending on how your Windows has been configured. In my case, I'm saying that's okay to run it, so I'm going to click on Run. And if you get an error like this, what we'll need to do is we'll need to download a Java Runtime Edition before we can proceed. So I deliberately set this up to show you just in case that you've got a new computer or you haven't downloaded Java in the past. So I'm going to click OK to that, and we're going to go and download a Java Runtime Edition so that we can continue. So to do that, we're going to go back to our browser, back to Google. We're going to download JDK for Windows. And I'm going to type 64-bit. So if you're running a 32-bit, type in 32 there. But in my case, because we determined I'm running at 64-bit, that's what I'm searching for. and I'm going to go to the Oracle link, the first Oracle link that I see in the list. Oracle was the company that looks after Java. No, wrong link. I'll go back. It's actually the second one that downloads, Java SE, which stands for Standard Edition Development Kit 8. Now, the number 8 could possibly be a higher or a lower number. That's okay. It doesn't really matter what version of Java we're running. I'm going to click on that. We should have an option if we scroll down now to download it. The same deal here with 32 and 64-bit. If you're running a 32-bit version, you'll need to download the i586.exe version of the JDK. But in my case, I'm running the 64-bit, so I'm going to click on that. Whoops, we need to accept the license first up here, and then download it. Click it again and download it. You can see that's downloading in the bottom left of my screen. Now, hopefully that'll speed up a little bit. Otherwise, I'll pause the video so we're not still sitting here waiting for the download to complete. So essentially what we're doing here is setting up the necessary infrastructure, the tools, so that we can create Android apps. So you shouldn't have to do this process again. It should literally be a once only step. Alright, I'm going to pause the video for a while. Okay, we're back. It's just about finished downloading now, so we'll wait till that's finished and then we're going to go and open that file. And we're going to install the Java Development Kit as well. Click on that. I'm going to go to the location where we downloaded it. I'm going to double click it. We're going to click on yes. If you come up with that warning, we're going to click on yes. We want to run it, I should say. And we're going to just go through the standard install process. We'll let that complete. And once we do that, we should be able to go back to Eclipse, and it should then open this time without that error message. And again, if you didn't get that error message and Eclipse opened in that other stage, in the previous stage where I got the error, you do not need to do this. This is purely in the case where you didn't already have a Java development kit or some version of Java on your computer. Okay, next. Okay, you can see the Java SE Development Kit has been successfully installed, so I can close that now. Okay, I'm going to go back to my Windows folder. I go back into my subfolder, my ADT, Android Developer Tools Bundle folder. Back into my Eclipse folder. And now when I double click Eclipse, it should run. Click on Run. And we've now got a lot further. And we can see the Eclipse is installing. Now, the other thing that will come up the first time you run it, or in actual fact it will continue to come up until you click this box, it's asking where to put the files. So in other words, all our work files, the various projects that are going to be created throughout this course, Eclipse is asking where do you want me to install, or to store them, I should say. So I'm going to put those on my desktop. So I'm going to click on Browse and go to my desktop. And I'm going to make a new folder, and I'm going to call the folder Workspace. So that's going to be my folder for everything from this point on. Click OK. And Eclipse should finish loading, which it has. The other thing that will come up the first time you do this is Google is asking, can you send usage statistics, or can you send them to Google? I normally click on No. Click on Finish, and we're actually done. We've now got the basic Eclipse package working. So now we need to move on and install the Android SDK, and we'll do that in the next video.